Hello, in this video I will show you how easy it is to create a Splunk instance and install it in OCI. So first step that you need to do is to go to your compute page, and here you need to click create instance, give it the name of the instance that you want to where you want to install and so on. Also, if you go down, you can select different availability domains, different capacity types in here. But also, what is important yet to select the Linux instance where you want to install. What is the image? Yeah, I'll go with Oracle Linux 8 at this point. Yeah, and I'll let Oracle choose my latest version. If not, I can go and select an older version if it's needed. But anyway, this is the perfect one, so I'll not change it. Okay, after I do that, I'll select image. This is change, you need to change it, yeah. Okay, to be selected. As you can see here, this is the price, yeah, estimated until now to run the machine in OCI. Yeah, in here, yeah, you need to select the VCN where you want to run it. You'll select the subnet, so I like to run everything in a private subnet and expose it later with the load balancer. Now I can generate a new key, but I will upload also an existing key from my computer. Okay, so I'll go and use this one. And now I'll connect the machine, but before doing that I want to extend the capacity of this machine to 500 GB at least. Okay, so I'll use the boot volume instead of attaching a block volume because this is just testing. And at the end I also want to enable something related to cloud agent. I will enable vulnerability scanning on the machine and also the management agent for this machine, and also Bastion service because I'll try to connect on SSH directly to this machine, and I'll press create. Okay, so now I'll have to wait a few seconds, yeah, over 30 seconds usually, yeah, to provision this small machine. I will pause it, yes, I will not stay and wait for this, and I will continue when the machine is up and running. So now the instance is up and running. I will need to go and get the private IP. What I'm gonna do now, I will start a different browser. Yeah, I can go browser a different terminal. I'll go with this one, and in here, because I don't have yet a Bastion host, I'll go to identity and security. I'll go to the Bastion and I'll create, yeah, another connection here. I already have this one pre-created before, and now instead of using the SSH port forwarding, I'll try to use SSH session. Hopefully it finished, yeah, the creation of the instance. The user is OPC in the backend. I will select the instance, yeah, like Splunk. I will upload another key. I can use also that key. Okay, and I'll click create session. Okay, so the plugin is not started yet, so that's why it gives me this error. So what I can do, I can duplicate the tab. I can go to the compute and wait for the plugin to start. Okay, or I can do another thing. Yeah, I can look in here, yeah, Oracle plugin status. As it's first time the machine is started yet, this might take a few more minutes yet to start it, because we don't want to wait. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the instance, yeah, I'm gonna take this IP, yeah, the private IP address, and I'll move forward, yeah, to my existing machine. Yeah, I'll move to a machine that is created on the jump host, and in here I'll create a new session. Okay, I'll put the SSH, I'll put the user OPC. Sorry, in here I need to put the IP, and in here I need to put the name of the user. I will select the SSH key, yep, the private key that I have in here. Okay, I'll select this one. So now I'll try to connect remote from a machine that is in the same subnet. Okay, so now at this point, yeah, I'm connected to the machine. We are able to see that yeah, the machine is up and running. Next step will be for us to go to Splunk and get the software. Okay, so what you need to do in your case, go to splunk.com. Okay, in here you can click on free Splunk. If you're not logged in, yeah, you'll be asked to enter your credentials and so on. You can click start trial, yeah, if you want a cloud trial, but in this case is not our use case. Click free trials and download pages. And from here, yeah, when you are on this page, you see Splunk Enterprise, you click free trial. You'll be redirected to download page in here, and you're gonna select the Linux one. You're gonna select the TarDG, and when you're gonna select it, you can download it. But there is another other option, yeah, that you can do it. Usually I go by download. You have this option to download via command line. Okay, so what you can do in here, you can click download via command line. They're gonna give you the wget command. You can click copy it here. You go back to the operating system. You, yeah, so that's why I don't like to use these copy pastes, because not always working. Okay, so now I'll go back in here. I'll get this. Okay, as you see, I have Splunk 9 downloaded. Next thing that I need to do, tar minus xvf, and is the only one, so I'm gonna go directly with this one. Okay, waiting for it to finish. Okay, so as you can see in here, I have a folder that is called Splunk. So what I'm gonna do, sudo move Splunk, yeah, /opt. So I will move the file into opt. So yeah, folder cd /opt. Okay, Splunk, and now I want to go to bin. Okay, so after I went in here, I need to run /Splunk. Okay, and I'm gonna put start. And if I don't want to accept, yeah, by default I can do with this. Yeah, I don't want to go through the whole process. I'll press this. Now I need to enter administrator name, so let's go with the classical admin. Let me create a password for it. Okay, now everything is starting in the backend. Okay, so now it's waiting for the server to have port 8000 available. Okay, so yeah, the page should be accessible in here. For sure is not going to be accessible because I haven't opened the ports. Yeah, so in here now what I'm gonna need from this machine is to get the private IP, which is 10.01.199. So I'll put 10.0.1.199 2.8000. So yeah, so this one, if the ports are opened on the machine and also on the subnet NSG or security list, yeah, it should work, but they're not open. So I can do something like this. I will go and open the port first, yeah, firewall minus cmd minus permanent. Okay, minus zone, it's equal public minus add minus port, and specify the port, which is 8000. Okay, and that we are using TCP protocol. Okay, so it's not working because I haven't used sudo in front of it. Okay, so yeah, I added the port 8000 in the firewall, and now another command to reload, yeah, the firewall. And again, I forgot the sudo. Okay, now again, even if I'm gonna try to load the page, if I don't have everything open in there, yeah, it will not work. Now, next step that I have to do, I have to go to Splunk in here, and I want to edit network security groups. So maybe this port is added in my web NSG. If not, yeah, I will add it right now. So in here, yeah, I'm allowing only these ports. Yeah, so what I can do again, I can go in here, select another decider. Let's say it is a web. I don't, let's say for my test purposes right now, I don't care if I have all the internet accessible, yeah, on this port, because this is a private instance, so there is no issue on my side. So with all of this in here, I refresh the page and I'm able to log into Splunk. Use the admin user that I have done it in there. Yeah, I have set up at the beginning. I don't save my password in here. And congratulations, yeah, you are in Splunk right now. In my next video, I will show you how to start to configure Splunk to get logs from OCI. Thank you very much for watching me and see you on my next video.